Hello, baby. Hello.
Looks just like me.
Yes, it does. Smaller.
Well, yes.
And it looks just like me. It has my hair.
Yes, it does.
I wonder if it would have been better off having your hair.
Your hair is lovely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, baby. Hello. Oh.
Cool. Kumquat. Kumquat.
Ho! Hee-haw! Daddy's little baked potato.
Don't call the child a baked potato.
Oh, it's a term of affection.
It isn't. It's a food. No one wants to be called a baked potato.
Well, it doesn't speak English.
The various books say you should presume your child can understand you. We don't want it to have problems in kindergarten or marriage because you called it a baked potato.
Well, it seems to me like you're losing a sense of humor.
Well, I just don't want to make the child insane, that's all.
All right. You're not a baked potato, sweet pea. And you're not a sweet pea either. You're a baby. Baby.
I want a divorce.
What?
You heard me, I want a divorce.
Are you crazy? You've read the statistics on children from broken homes. You want to do that to our child?
I don't feel ready for marriage. I didn't when we got married, I should have said no.
But we love each other.
You have black hair. I don't like men with black hair. I like men with blonde hair. But I'm afraid of them. I'm not afraid of you. I hate you.
What? Is this postpartum depression?
Don't talk about postpartum depression. You know nothing about it. Men just don't understand things, do they, sweetie pie?
If I can't call it a potato, you can call it a pie.
I didn't call it a pie.
But you did. You just said sweetie pie.
Sweetie pie is an expression. It's not a pie. You don't walk into a restaurant and order sweetie pie.
Why do you insist on winning every argument?
If I'm right, I'm right. It has nothing to do with winning. Men don't know how to argue. That's why they always end up hitting people.
I don't hate people.
Boys and men hit one another constantly. They attack one another on the streets. They play football. They wrestle on television. They rape one another in prison. They rape women and children in back alleys. Beware of men, darling. Be very glad you're not ever going to be a man.
That's an awful thing to say. And is it a girl? I thought it was a boy.
We don't know what sex it is. It's too young. The doctor said we can decide later.
You don't decide later. Gender's a fact. It's not a decision.
That's not what the doctor said to me. He said something about the DNA molecule. They're splitting it differently now. He said if the DNA combines one way, the child would have testosterone, and then we could either have it circumcised or not, depending. Or else the DNA combines with estrogen, in which case it would be a girl. Or in some cases, the DNA combines with cobalt molecules, and then the child would be radioactive for 5,000 years, and we'd have to send it out into orbit.
What are you talking about?
Can't you speak English? I'm married to an idiot. Your father's an idiot. Oh God, please let me meet a blonde-haired man who's smarter than I am. Why don't you just go away? I don't like you.
I don't understand. We were very happy yesterday.
What are you talking about? Happy? Who was happy?
We were? We were making plans. What school you should go to? What playground we should let it play in? The child's schooling? Whether should they play with toy guns? How do toilet train it?
Oh God, toilet training. I can't face it. We'll have to hire someone.
We don't have the money to hire anyone.
Well, we'll have to earn the money.
We can't earn the money. I was let go from work.
Well, you can find another job.
I need rest. I don't feel able to work right now.
John, that's not practical.
I want to go back to bed.
But John, you wanted to be responsible, remember? Right after that week you stayed behind the refrigerator, you came to me and said, the immaturities of my youth are now over, Helen. Let's make a baby. And then we did. Don't you remember?
I need professional help.
John, live up to your responsibilities!
Shut up. It's very crying. crying.
What should we do?
Sing to it.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you.
A lullaby, sweetheart.
I don't know any lullabies.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna give you a big black eye.
Good heavens, those aren't the lyrics.
No, they're not. I don't know the right ones.
Oh God, you're going to teach baby all the wrong lyrics to everything. It's going to have trouble with its peer group.
Maybe we should hold it to stop it crying.
We might drop it. I had a cocktail for breakfast. I'm not steady.
Why did you have a cocktail?
You're always picking on me. I'm sorry I married you. I'm sorry I gave birth to baby.
We love the baby.
How can we love the baby? It won't stop that noise. Oh my God. Oh God, please help us. Please make the baby stop.
Hello, I'm Nanny.
Oh, thank goodness you've come. Please make it stop crying.
Hello, baby. Hello. Yes. Yes. It's Nanny. That's right. That's right. I've got your present. Ah! That surprised you, didn't it?
Who are you?
God, it's starting to cry again. Please make it stop crying.
What? I can't hear you. Child is making so much racket.
Please, make it stop that awful noise.
Quiet, little baby. Be quiet. Shut up!
Who are you?
I am the ghost of your dead grandmother. Just kidding. I get a list of all the new parents from the hospital and then I just descend upon them. Now, I need Wednesday evenings off and I am allergic to asparagus and lobster.
We never have lobster.
And I like chunky peanut butter better than the smooth kind. But if you already have the smooth kind, then we can finish that off before we buy a new jar.
No, I can't afford you.
And I don't do windows, I don't do doors, and I don't do laundry. But I make fish curry, chicken tikka masala, and chunky peanut butter sandwiches. And I make my own yogurt in a great big vat.
You can't stay here.
But I need help. I can't cook by myself. Please, John.
But I'm unemployed.
Oh, we'll just get you another job.
No, what can I do?
Huh. Why don't you become a minister? That pays very well here. Or a football player. Or a newscaster. Wouldn't you like to see your daddy on television, baby? Baby? I think the snake scared it. Wake up! Up there! That's better.
Please don't shout at it. It's not good for it.
Maybe I should hold it to comfort it.
Oh, that would be very responsible, John. That's a good boy. Good boy.
Thank you.
John's been fired from his job, you see.
Oh, well, that won't put food on the table.
Well, I could get a job, I suppose, but what would I do?
Why don't you write a novel? 50 Shades of Grey, sold very well recently. Why don't you write something like that?
That's a good idea, but I would need a pencil and paper.
Here's $2. Now go to the store and buy some paper and a nice felt tip pen.
Now?
No time like the present.
Oh, John, please put the baby down. I'm afraid one of us might drop it. I had a cocktail for breakfast and John took some Prozac and Xanax.
I get tense.
Put the baby down, John. You're spoiling it. Now, what should we call the baby, do you think?
Well, John's father's name was John and his mother's name was Joan. And my father's name was John and my mother's name was Hillary. And my doctor's name is Dr. Arthur D'Souza. But I really want a woman doctor who can understand me. But it's so hard to find a doctor.
Yes, but what about a name? A name.
Don't you get cross with me.
All right, we will call the baby anything.
We could call it John after me if it's a boy, and Helen after you if it's a girl.
No! I don't want to call it anything now. I'm going back to bed.
But I thought you were going to the store to buy some pen and paper to start your novel.
I don't want to. I want to sleep.
Oh, I gave you $2.
I don't care.
Oh. Yeah. Here's another $2. Now go. Get yourself an ice cream on the way back.
Oh, thank you, Nanny. I love you.
Oh, we're all going to have to be very kind to her. Don't depend on mommy, baby. She's not all there. So what can I do for you?
I really haven't hired you yet, you know.
Do you want a quickie?
Pardon?
Us older girls have a few tricks up our sleeves, you know. I bet I know some things your wife doesn't know.
Oh, I had a Xanax this morning. I don't really feel up to anything.
It's very rude to turn me down. You might hurt my feelings.
Well, what about the baby?
The baby doesn't need to know anything. No, we haven't much time. She's going to get the pen, paper, and the ice cream.
Well, all right. But what about the baby? We'll make it up or something.
No, we could distract it. We could play loud music.
No! We might hurt his eardrums. I want to be a good father.
Of course you do. I have tiny little earplugs. We could put it in its ears.
Well, then what's the point of the loud music?
Huh? I don't know.
This is all getting too complicated.
Very well. Let's just do it in the kitchen. Come on.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a golden ring. And if that golden ring turns brass, Mama's gonna buy you a looking glass. And if that looking glass goes broke, Mama's gonna buy you a billy goat.
Oh my God. Baby, we're sleeping. Now go back to sleep. John, you talk to it.
Quiet, little child. Quiet.
Oh God, it's not stopping. Nanny, wake up. Nanny!
Nanny!
Where am I? What is right of me? What is the left of me? I'm sinking. Help!
Nanny, baby's calling you.
I am sleeping.
Nanny, but you're the nanny.
What about Tiger here?
Don't call me Tiger.
Tiger.
dreaming or something.
Oh, look. He stopped. Thank goodness for Nanny. And her chicken tikka was so good for dinner.
Well, yes. Listen, Helen, I don't think this is going to work out.
What is it?
Nanny,
I think it's working out fine.
I can't sleep 3 in a bed. Huh?
John, when we're rich, we'll buy a big house with an extra room for Nanny. Until then, this is fine.
Helen, I don't think Nanny's a good person.
I heard that.
Nanny, Helen and I are just trying to have a private conversation.
Don't you talk behind my back. I'll hire a lawyer. We'll slap an injunction against you.
Nanny, you just take care of baby, alright? Let Helen and me figure this one out.
Huh? I have finished comforting baby. Go to sleep, baby. Now, you say to my face that I'm not a good person?
Oh, maybe that's too strong. But I think you're too rough with baby. I mean, you just threw it down in the bassinet.
Do you hear it crying?
No. But maybe it's fainted or something.
It's just resting.
You keep saying that, but I think you have it fainting all the time. And there's this look of panic on its face.
Look, you don't tell me how to handle children. I got it down.
Nanny knows best, John. And she's helping me with my novel. She liked the first chapter, John.
I did. I thought it showed real promise.
And then when I sell my novel, and if we get a good deal for the paperback rights, maybe we can buy a house in Bukit Timah, and then we can have another baby.
Helen. Nanny seduced me this afternoon on the Alpine paper.
That's a lie?
No, it's the truth. I was unfaithful to you, Helen. I'm really sorry.
I don't know how to cope.
So you can see why I don't feel comfortable, 3 of us in the bed.
I don't know how to cope.
I'm really sorry. It was Nanny's fault.
He raped me!
Didn't! That's a lie, Helen.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm going to work on my novel in the kitchen and I'm going to pretend I live alone.
Well, things are in a fine mess.
You told her. I didn't.
What we did was wrong.
Oh, for God's sake, it didn't mean anything. It would have been fine if you hadn't told her that.
I felt guilty. It's wrong to cheat your wife.
You are such an idiot. There's no right or wrong. There's only fun.
That can't be true. I mean, there's certain things that are intrinsically wrong. And when you figure out what those things are, then we are meant to consider their values.
Haven't you read Dostoevsky? He said that because there is no God, everything is permitted.
I don't understand.
Everything is permitted.
Why did you do that?
I felt like it. Everything is permitted.
I'm taking my coat and the first chapter of my novel and the baby and I'm leaving you.
Helen, I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. Huh?
Well, you obviously prefer the nanny to me, so as far as I'm concerned, you can just go to hell.
Oh, I love arguments.
Helen, we have to stay together for the baby.
No! I'm taking the baby and my novel and you won't get any of the paperback rights at all. Goodbye.
The baby's asleep.
No! Or fainted, as you said. Nanny bats it around so. Don't worry, sweetie pie. Mommy will protect you.
I have rights to the baby too.
Baby will thank me later.
But where will you go at this hour?
We'll go to Hotel 81.
But our credit cards have been cancelled.
All right, we'll sleep in the park. I don't know. I just have to get out of here. Don't touch me!
No, Helen, please, you just have to stay with me.
Going out now.
But it's cold outside. Maybe you'll catch pneumonia.
Well, I can't help it. And you don't die from pneumonia.
You do. You do die from pneumonia.
Don't tell me what to do! I know what I'm doing!
Helen!
Oh, child will grow up afraid. Let baby discover a few things for itself. You want a quickie? You heard me.
No, it's wrong. Sexual infidelity is wrong.
Right? Wrong? I don't know where you pick up these phrases from. Didn't they teach you about Darwin in school? The fish came out of the water, covered with a viscous substance, and then bones and vertebrae were evolved, and then the male and the female, and then the eggs and the ovum, and the testes, and the semen, and then reproduction, and then dinosaurs. Or maybe dinosaurs before that. And then the local government, the space program, the nuclear program, and now cable television, 3D TV, smartphones. Now where do you find right or wrong in all that? Tell me!
I fell in a puddle. I'm all wet.
Well, if that isn't Nora, 5 minutes after the end of a doll's house.
I thought you were going to help me, but all you do is pick on me.
Oh, Lord. The baby's soaking wet.
Of course it's wet. I told you. I fell in a puddle.
Helen is the worst mother, isn't she, baby?
Don't you say that. John, hit her for me.
Okay, enough of all this arguing. We're going to get baby in some dry clothes and then Helen in some dry clothes. And after that, we're going to take vodka and Prozac and Xanax. Then we're going to get some sleep. Then we're going to discuss all these things in the morning. Is that clear?
Yes, John.
Very well, now, no more talking.
I've got the vodka.
Thank God.
You've got its feet in the armholes.
Well, the point is that it's dry, right?
The point is to do things right.
You said no more talking.
Okay, all
I
right.
want to go to bed.
All right. In the morning, we're going to kill me.
Let's just have our vodka and not argue anymore.
Should we give baby vodka?
I don't know. What does it say on the label?
I don't know. I can't read the small print. I don't have glasses.
Well, if you can't read, then there's no solution, is there?
Why don't we just ask the baby? Do you want some vodka, honey? Huh? Do you? It doesn't say anything. It's just staring back at me for styling.
Oh, why can't it be a happy baby? John, you dressed it all wrong. It can barely move that way.
Okay, I don't hear anything else. I just want to go to sleep.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Nanny. I love you, Nanny. I hate you.
Good night, Helen.
Hello, baby. Hello.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm just so upset. I'm very poor, and I just gave birth in the hospital to a darling little boy or girl. And when I came home from the hospital, there's no heat in my apartment, and there's no furniture, just my German Shepherd. And of course, I hadn't fed it in about a week since I went into the hospital, so I went to buy some dog food and some baby food. But there's no furniture, so I left the baby on the floor, and when I came back, the dog had eaten the baby. Now I don't know what to do. Hey, have you told the story to the newspaper? I'd start off by doing that. I'm so tired now.
What's the matter with you? Why did you leave a baby on the floor?
Please don't yell at me. I don't have any furniture. Oh, there, you poor thing. We get you another baby. You'll adopt. I'm not a fit mother. Everyone's allowed one mistake.
Where's the dog?
Oh, I have it right outside in the hallway. Would you like to keep it?
No, don't you bring that dog in here.
No, there's no reason to hold this woman's stupidity against her dog. That's unfair. Of course, we want the dog. It sounds like a good watchdog. Actually, it's always been vicious. But you see, normally I feed it. It's just that when I was in the hospital, they wouldn't let me leave. red tape. It's really behind so much evil and suffering in this world.
I don't know. I think she's a terrible woman.
Please, I feel so guilty. Don't hate me. I really just don't know any better. I never listened to anything they taught me in school. Something about equal sides of an isosceles triangle. I don't have any furniture. And you have lovely furniture. Do you mind if I just lie down for a minute? I'm exhausted.
What child?
Why is she here? We don't want her here.
Where is your charity? Maybe this poor child might have to live with the stupidity for the rest of her life. She might even have to go to prison if the police hear of it all. Surely, you wouldn't begrudge her one night's sleep of safety and peace.
Well, maybe not. But can we make her go in the morning?
We'll see. Come, John. Come to bed. Tomorrow's going to be a very busy day.
Somebody make that noise stop!
Quiet, little child, quiet. Mommy and Daddy are sleeping.
Is baby barking?
Oh, God. Dog! Hey, you! Wake up! Show us the dog somehow.
I was having such a pleasant dream.
Make your dog be quiet.
What dog?
Dog is barking.
Oh, yes. I hear it now. Must smell baby.
God, what?
Oh, don't be alarmed. It's just hungry. Do you have any red meat?
There's some red meat in the fridge.
Well, go and get it some. I will stop barking. Don't let it get your hand though.
Where did you get the dog?
Oh, some terrible people were beating it up in the park, and I felt sorry for it, so I asked them if I could have it.
So they gave it to you?
Yes, well, they beat me up too, for quite a while. It's hard to judge time that way. And then the dog and I crawled back to my apartment, and we've been together ever since.
Now sit, good boy, good boy.
It loves meat. I'm a vegetarian myself. Once I tried to feed the dog bean sprouts and broccoli, but it didn't work.
Someone should really change, baby. I think he's made a mess.
Oh no, I don't want to. Let Nanny do it!
I am sleeping.
Oh, I'll do it. I love babies. I had the most wonderful dream last night. I dreamt that I kidnapped your baby, and as a baby, dog and I took the bus to Desaru and had a wonderful time on the beach. I'm afraid we got terribly sunburned, but I'm not sure if he died from it or not, because then the dog woke me up with his barking. Oh, your baby's so grumpy looking. What's the matter, baby? Don't you like me?
It's a very grouchy baby. We're not very happy with it.
Oh, I know. I have a toy it will like. The nurses gave it to me at the hospital. Isn't it cute? Oh, why aren't you smiling, baby? Don't you like me?
Why don't you read to it? Baby baby loves to be read to.
All right.
John, I think you better get up and go look for work.
No, I just want to sleep. Just leave me alone.
John, you have responsibilities. Look at me!
Here's a book. I hope it likes it. Now, if I read you, baby, will you promise to like me? 50 Shades of Grey.
Let's get a divorce. You wanted one yesterday. Let's get one now.
It's not practical now, John. Baby needs a father, and I need financial support until I finish my novel.
Suddenly he grabs me, tipping me across his lap. With one smooth movement, he angles his body so my torso is resting on the bed beside him.
Your novel idea is a pipe dream. Don't you know that?
It is not. Nanny thinks my first chapter was brilliant.
Ah, well, not brilliant perhaps. Quite commercial, I would say.
Oh, he places his hand on my naked behind, and then his hand is no longer there, and he hits me hard.
But you can't write. You must know that.
Oh, what do you know? I can too.
Oh, read him your first chapter. That will show him.
My tongue tentatively strokes his and joins his in a slow, erotic dance. His erection is against my belly.
Chapter 1. I am born. I was born in a workhouse in London in 1853.
At the touch
My
of
mother,
leather,
whoever she
quiver
may
and
have
gasp.
been, had
On his
left me
second
at the
circuit,
doorstep of a
he
wealthy
suddenly
man
flicks the crop,
named Mr.
and it hits me
Squire
underneath
of
my
Squireford
behind,
Manor.
against my sex.
However,
The shock
with the
burns through
traveling
me,
gypsy
and it's the
came by the
sweetest,
squire's
strangest,
doorstep
hedonistic
and
feeling.
snatched me up and left
My
me
body
in the
convulses
workhouse.
at the sweet
My
stinging
first
bite.
conscious memory
My
of
nipples
little Nell.
harden and elongate from the
being
assault,
run over
and I
by
moan
a
loudly,
before.
pulling on my leather cuffs.
Will you be quiet? I am trying to read from my novel.
I am reading to baby.
I don't care what you're doing. You're a guest in this house.
Baby will grow up with no love of literature if you don't read to it.
It's my baby, and I'll raise it as I see fit.
No, it's my baby! I can see now that my dream was a sign that I should have it.
No, give it back to me! No, I won't!
You're not fit parents. I know I'm guilty of negligence with my baby, but it was an honest mistake. You don't hold the baby when it cries. You dress it wrong so it can't move in its pajamas. And you two are so inconsistent as people, changing from one mood to another, that it'll surely make me crazy. That's why it never smiles. I may be forgetful, but baby has a chance with me.
Give it back to me!
No, I won't! Don't come near me, or I'll throw it out the window.
Good Lord, she's insane.
Now, baby, the dog and I are going to take the bus to Desaru, and you're not to follow us.
Now, let the dream be a warning. Don't stay in the sun for too long. Babies have light skin.
I know what I'm doing. Ah! Come on, baby. You're safe with me. Come on, doggy. It's just me and baby.
John, what should we do?
Oh, you could have another baby.
John, we have to go after her.
I need amphetamines.
John, we haven't time.
I told you not to let her in here.
You said no such thing. And that's not the point of it now anyway. We have to run after her.
You're not dressed.
Oh, you're impossible.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm coming.
Time to move on here, I think. I have done all that I could do here. So, I'll just back. Oh. She's left her little red toy. Too back. Oh, caution. Keep away from children. Contains lead, asbestos, red dye number 2. child's toy at all then. But I wonder, what would it be meant as? Maybe it is a toy, and the cautionary warning is satiric. Hard to tell. Too many mysteries. But children can survive it all. They are sturdy creatures. They ebb and they flow. Children do. They have great resiliency. They abide and they endure.
Whew. We got it.
Oh, did you?
Yes. The stupid girl ran right in front of a bus and the bus ran right over her.
Squashed her.
Baby was just lucky and fell between the wheels.
That was lucky. Children are sturdy creatures. They ebb and flow.
The dog was still living, so John pushed it in front of an oncoming car, and now it's dead too.
The driver was really angry, but it seemed too complicated to explain, so we just grabbed Baby and ran.
Thank goodness. Baby looks so startled. It's been a busy day, hasn't it? Yes.
Nanny, Helen and I were talking while we ran back here, and things are going to be different now. The immaturities of my youth are over, and I'm going to take on the responsibility of being a father, and Helen, a mother. And we both decided that we don't want any more crazy people in our home.
That's right, John.
And so, Nanny, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave now. Helen and I both decided that you're quite insane.
When it cries, you hold it. You should feed it regularly. You should keep it clean. Be consistent with it. Cuckoo 1 minute and shout the next.
I'm giving up my career as a novelist to care for Baby. Any resentment I feel, I won't ever show.
Oh, well, all that sounds excellent. Goodbye, Helen.
Goodbye, Nanny. We love you.
Goodbye, Tiger.
Goodbye.
Oh, John, I feel so lonely now.
We have each other, and Baby.
You're right. That's true. I wish I didn't have Baby and that I had written Harry Potter instead.
But I thought things were going to be different from now on.
You're right. I was just kidding. Let's be parents now. Hello, Baby.
Hello, Baby. Baby looks so startled.
Of course, it's been a terrifying day. Baby had never even seen a bus, let alone been under one. Don't worry, sweetie pie. Mommy's going to protect you from now on. She's going to protect you from buses and from dogs and from crazy people and from everything and anything that goes bump in the night.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's right, John.
And Daddy loves you too, my little baked potato.
I told you not to call it a baked potato!
Jesus Christ, yes, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You mustn't raise your voice that way around Baby. You'll make it deaf or something.
I'm sorry! I feel better now.
Well, all right. Don't forget it. There now, Baby. You're safe now, my little baked baby. Everything's fine. No more shouting. There, Baby. Will you smile for Daddy?
For Mommy?
Will you smile for Mommy and Daddy? Oh, why won't it smile? Oh, here's a nice little red toy. Won't that make you smile? Smile! Smile, damn it! Smile!
Smile, Baby!
Smile, 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 smile.
It's smiling.
That's right, Baby.
Do you think it's just pretending to smile to humor us?
I think it's too young to be that complicated.
Yes, but why did it smile when we shouted at it?
I don't know. Maybe it's insane.
I wonder which it is, insane or humoring us.
Oh, look, it's still smiling. You like the little red toy, Baby? You gonna play with it for a while? Okay, here you go. Keep smiling, Baby. Oh, makes a funny sound, doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't like the toy.
What a Fussy baby. Fussy baby. Fussy baby.
Oh, look, he's still smiling.
Fussy baby.
Fussy, wussy, wussy.
Fussy, wussy, wussy baby.
Fussy, wussy, wussy baby.
Be careful, Billy!
That's your son?
Yeah, Billy. He's got my eyes and mouth and his father's nose.
I can see that. Well, I haven't met your husband, but I can see your mouth and your eyes.
Don't hang upside down, Billy. You'll crack your head open. He's reckless, just like his Uncle Fred.
Is that his favourite uncle?
No, he's not met Fred. Fred is dead. Is that your little girl?
Yes, Susie. Watch your head, Susie. It's such a full-time job looking after children.
Yeah, it is. Susie's a pretty child. Is your husband very handsome?
Yes, his whole family is very nice.
Well, that's nice. No one in our family is particularly good looking, except perhaps for Fred, sort of. Though you'd never know it from the way he ended up all swashed like that.
How did he die?
Part of the roller skating craze. Didn't know how, skated right underneath the bus. Be careful, Billy! You know, I don't think there's such a thing as an ugly child. I mean, some children, and Billy, may grow up to be quite ugly. But right now he's really rather cute. And your little girl is downright pretty.
Thank you. Be careful with your face, Susie. Don't fall down on it.
I have a child too, you know. What? Well, no one has asked me about my child.
Well, no one was talking to you.
Well, I'm a human being. I deserve courtesy.
Well, where is your child?
That's her lying on the ground. Get up, Daisy! Stop acting like a lump!
What's the matter with her?
She's very depressed. She falls asleep all the time. You put her in the bathtub, she falls asleep. You put her on the toilet, she falls asleep. She's a very depressing child. Get up, Daisy! Maybe one of the boys will poke her for me.
Maybe she has narcolepsy.
You get that from a venereal disease, don't you? You're trying to say something nasty about me, aren't you?
Narcolepsy is a disease where people fall asleep. You should take your daughter to a doctor.
All diseases are psychological. I'm not going to waste money on some dumb daughter who can't do anything about anything. She falls asleep because she doesn't like to be awake. She has no joie de vivre. Get up, Daisy! Hey, you boy, the one with the stick. Can you get my daughter up?
Billy, don't put the stick there. That's nasty.
Why isn't she moving?
She's willful. Get up, you lump of clay! Hey, you boy, tuck her hair a little.
Billy, leave the little girl alone. Go and play in the swings. I don't want you encouraging my son to pick on women. That's not a very good thing to teach.
She still hasn't moved. Maybe she's fainted.
She just does this to annoy me. It's very successful. You're very successful, Daisy. You're getting through. It's passive aggression. I do it with my husband. He says, "Did you make dinner?" I lie down on the rug and I don't move. He says, "Get up." I don't move a muscle. He gets on top of me and starts to screw me. I pretend it isn't happening. She gets it from me. Do as I say, Daisy, not as I do. I've told you that.
No way to bring up a child.
What do you know? Do you want a fat nip? Don't challenge me. I could do something terrible to your child.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. That's worse than hyperhate. Get up, Daisy! Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. Sing. Sing!
It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But you look sweet, upon the seat of a bicycle built for two.
Dance. Dance! Did she move?
I think she twitched a little.
Oh, I bet she heard it. She loves that song, don't you, Daisy? Well, I must be going home now. Goodbye. Get up, Daisy. We're going home now. Mother can't stand the park another minute. Get up, Daisy. Get up, damn you, get up! All right, Daisy. I'm going to give you till 5. And then I'm going to come and step on your back. You listening? 1, 2, 3. Go, Daisy! 4. 4.5. 4 3/4. There she goes.
My God, she's running fast.
Oh, she's like that. Very inconsistent. 1 minute catatonic, next minute she's moving like a comet.
My God! She's running straight toward the bus!
Yes, she's always been drawn to buses. She's always running right out in front of them. Usually the driver stops in time.
My God, it's gonna hit her!
Well, it'll probably be fine.
Thank God.
You're so close!
Well, this happens all the time. I get quite used to it. Oh my God, Daisy. Oh my God. Oh my God, she was almost killed. Daisy, don't move, darling. Mommy's coming. Don't move, honey. Mommy's coming. Daisy.
Good grief.
Well, at least the child's safe.
Do you think we should do something?
What do you mean?
I don't know, contact social welfare or something.
I don't know. Maybe it's not her child. Maybe she's a babysitter.
I don't think so.
I don't think we should get involved.
Right, we'll do nothing then. We'll wait until we read about the child dead in the newspapers.
I read about the child they found dismembered in the garbage cans outside Tampines CACC. Media Corp is going to make a TV serial about it.
You know, I don't think television companies should exploit the sufferings of real people in that way.
Well, they've got all those hours of programming to do. They have to fill it up with something.
I suppose.
You'd like to be a television executive. You'd have to have all these ideas, and if they don't like your ideas, they fire you.
Look, this is really off the point of what we should do about that poor child.
I don't like to think about it.
Oh, what help the child?
I don't like to concentrate on one thing for too long. It makes my brain hurt.
No, I don't think either the mother or the child are mentally well.
No, they're probably not. But who is nowadays? People are getting bombed in Pakistan, killed in Palestine. That girl was raped and murdered in Delhi, and Mariah Carey can't even sing anymore. All those stalkers and all that. It's so hard to maintain a face of joie de vivre, in this universal discouragement. I have to take a mood elevator. I have a pharmacist friend. She gives me all sorts of things. I should be cheerful in a few minutes.
Fine. We'll do nothing then. I look forward to the Media Corp serial about the child under the bus. Come on, Billy, we're going home. Billy, don't put the slip Leave Susie alone. Billy, don't put that there either. That's very rude. Now put it away. I'm sorry, he's just at that age.
It's all right. You probably meant it affectionately. I often think that sex and affection are somehow connected. I don't think so. Well, I think so. People need affection. Come here, Susie. Give Mommy a hug.
Well, I'm very upset. That's all I can say.
I know, you said that. Get on with it.
I mean, I just don't think we're good parents, that's all.
Why do you say that? Did the bus run over the child? No. Did a bus run over her last week? No.
Why does she keep running to buses? What's the matter with her?
Nothing is the matter with her. She's just depressed. We have to cheer her up. Cheer up, Daisy! You're depressing us!
Why does she lie in this pile of laundry all the time? Is that normal?
Daisy's just going through a phase. She thinks she's an inanimate object. She thinks she's a baked potato because of what you said to her when she was a baby. You're not a baked potato, sweet pea. You're Mommy's little darling. Mommy loves you. Mommy doesn't mind that she's not a novelist or that she stayed in a bad marriage for your sake. She's willing to make that sacrifice. Oh, you see how unresponsive she is? It's enough to make you want to shake and bake her!
Helen, we can't talk to the child that way. Did you hear what he just said?
I was making a point, John. I'm not actually talking about cooking her. You have no sense of irony. We're not going to eat you, Daisy. Mommy was speaking figuratively.
Could you run to the depths of control and turn the glass lights to on?
Have I made dinner yet? Well, now let's see. I can't remember. You got fired, and then I was at the playground, and then Daisy tried to run in front of a bus. Now I remember all these events. But as to dinner, I'm going to have to lie down and think.
No, Helen, don't do this again. Oh, Helen, you know this makes me furious. Helen, stop staring at the ceiling. Helen, Helen, God, damn it! I just smashed one of Daisy's toys, Helen. You want me to smash another one? Helen, get up! Look at me! I want to smash all the toys. Helen! God, what's happened to us? Huh? We're ruining that child. I want to take her and leave you. We've got to get away from you. Daisy, get up. Daisy, get up! Daddy loves you. Daisy, Daisy. God damn it, get up! Daddy will just have to carry you. Huh? Helen, I'm taking Daisy and the laundry and I'm leaving you. Helen, get up! Helen, I'm leaving you! Goodbye.
Then you
aren't any paperback rights, Helen. You live in some fool's paradise. We're leaving now. I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere. I just need a drink first. Where's the vodka, Helen? Helen? Where's the vodka? Daisy, do you know where the vodka is? Daisy? Helen? Daisy! Helen! God damn it, I'm talking to you people! Are you guys deaf or something? How do I get in this position? Where's the fucking vodka?
It's in the toy duck. Toy duck. Toy duck.
Alright! Thank you! Why can't we have a liquor cabinet, huh? Like normal fucking people! You want some? Helen? You want some? Daisy? Huh? You want some? She's not a baked potato. She's a 20% cotton, 80% polyester pile of poo-ka-poo.
Poo-ka-poo? Poo-ka-poo.
Oh, Helen, you're talking again. I'm sorry I asked you for dinner. You want a cocktail?
Thanks, I'm too tired.
No! Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna give you a big black eye.
John, those aren't the lyrics.
I know they're not. Can't remember the right ones. And if that big black eye turns purple, Mama's gonna give. What rhymes with purple?
I don't know. I'm not a rhyming dictionary. Ask Daisy.
Daisy, honey, what rhymes with purple? Daisy? Daisy, what rhymes with purple? She says she doesn't know.
Well, at least she spoke today. That's something.
Yes. That is something.
You can send Miss Pringle in now, Henry. I love having a male secretary. It makes it all worthwhile. Sharpen all the pencils, please, and check the coffee pots. Hello, Miss Pringle. How are you?
I'm fine, Mrs. Willoughby. But I wanted to talk to you about Daisy John.
Oh, that peculiar child who's doing so well on the track team.
Yes, she runs very fast.
One moment, please. Henry, check that we have enough non-dairy creamer for the coffee, would you? then I want you to go out and buy my husband a birthday present for me. I don't have time. Thank you, sweetie. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I'm worried about Daisy. She's doing well in track. Some days she does well in her classes. Other days she's just staring and she's absent a lot.
Go on.
Well, it's an essay. What I did last vacation.
What did you do?
No. It's the topic of the essay. What you did last vacation.
Oh, Mr. Willoughby and I went to Brighton Beach. He was brought up there. It brings back fond memories of his childhood. Bouncing on his mother's knee, being hugged, being kissed. Oh, Henry, I want you to buy my husband underwear. Pink, the bikini kind. Calvin Klein or something like that. Or you could use your Amen catalogue if it wouldn't take too long. Mr. Willoughby is a medium. Thank you, sweetie. I'm sorry. Good one.
About Daisy's essay.
What's that?
Well, she's written over here that.
One moment, would you? Henry, Mr. Willoughby is a medium size. I don't mean he holds seances. I didn't want there to be any misunderstanding. I don't think there was, but just in case. I myself am into black magic. Henry, I have taken out a black candle, and I am thinking of you. Do you have a match?
No, I don't. About Daisy's essay.
I'm all ears, which of course is a figure of speech, as you can indeed see. I'm a great deal more than just ears. I have a head, a neck, a trunk, a lower body, legs and feet. I have legs and feet, Henry. Pay attention, you're working quickly.
Please, pay attention to me. Focus your mind on what I'm saying. I do not have all day.
Yes, I'm sorry, of course, you're right. I admire strong women. I was always afraid I might actually be a lesbian, but I've never had the opportunity to experiment with that side of myself. You're not interested? You're single? Perhaps you are a lesbian.
No, I'm not a lesbian. Thank you anyway.
Neither am I. I just thought maybe I was. Henry, you don't think I'm a lesbian, do you? The intercom only works one way. It needs to be repaired. Of course, Henry's a mute anyway.
Mrs. Willoughby, please. Put your hand over your mouth and don't say anything for a moment.
I'm all ears.
Good. Thank you. I was disturbed by Daisy's essay. I want you to listen to it. What I did for my vacation by Daisy John. Dark, dank rags. Wet, fetid towel. A large German Shepherd. Its innards splashed across the windshield of a car. Is this a memory? Is it a dream? I am trapped. I am trapped. How to escape? I tried to kill myself, but the buses always stop. Old people and children get discounts on buses, but still no one will ever kill me. How did I learn to speak? It's amazing. I am a baked potato. I am a summer squash. I am a vegetable. I am an inanimate object who from time to time can run very quickly, but I'm not really alive. Help, 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 I am drowning. I am drowning, my lungs filled with the summer ocean, but I do not die. This awful life goes on and on. Can no one rescue me? What do you think I should do?
I'd give her an A. I think it's very good. The style is good. It rambles a bit, but it's unexpected. It's sort of an intriguing combination of Roald Dahl and Sesame Street. All that I am a baked potato stuff. I liked it.
Don't you think the child needs some help?
Well, a good editor would give her pointers. But she's a long way from publishing yet. I feel she should stay in school, keep working on her essays.
No,
the school track team needs her. There's no one can run as fast. This is all premature.
I think she should see the school psychologist.
I am the school psychologist.
What happened to Mr. Byers?
I fired him. I thought a woman would be better suited to the job.
Do you have a degree in psychology?
I imagine I do. I can have Henry check if you insist. Are you sure you're not a lesbian? I think you're too forceful. It's unfeminine. And I think you're picking on this poor child. She shows signs of promising creativity. At first you tried to force her into premature publishing, and now you want her to see some awful head shrinker who only rob her of her creativity in the name of some awful god of normalcy. Well, Miss Pringle, here's what I have to say to you. I will not let you rob Daisy John of her creativity.
I'm not trying to
She
rob
will not see a psychologist as long as she's in this school, and you are hereby fired from your position as teacher in this school. Good day. Henry, come and remove Miss Pringle bodily from my office, would you?
No need to do that. I can see myself out. Let me just say that I think you are insane. And I'm sorry that you are in a position of power.
Yes, but I am in a position of power, aren't I, Henry? Now get out of here before I start to become violent.
I'm sorry you will not let me help this child.
Help this child? She might be the next Virginia Woolf, the next Sylvia Plath.
What do you mean?
Who cares if she's dead, as long as she publishes? Now get out of here! Come in, please. State your name, please.
Daisy,
How old are you?
17.
I wish I'd got your case earlier. Why are you wearing a dress?
Oh, am I? I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I know I'm a boy, a young man. It's just that some mornings I wake up and forget because I'm just so used to wearing dresses. I really should clear them out of my closet.
Why did you used to wear dresses?
Well, that's how my parents used to dress me. They said they didn't know what gender I was, and I had to be one of the two, so they just guessed. And they guessed wrong.
Are your genitals in any way misleading?
No. I don't believe so. I don't think they ever really checked. It was a kind of politeness on their part. They didn't want to intrude.
Do you think they acted out of politeness?
Well, probably. I mean, it all got straightened out eventually. When I was 11 years old, I found this medical book which had pictures in it. And I realized I looked more like a boy than a girl. But my mother had always wanted a girl, or a bestseller, and I didn't want to disappoint her. But some days, I don't know what gets over me, and I just feel like striking out at them. And so I wait until she was having one of her crying fits. Right? And I was 12 now, and I took the book to her, and I said, "Have you seen this book? Are you crazy? I mean, everyone has always said I was a boy. What's the matter with you?" And she'd cry. She'd say something about J.K. Rowling, or how she was out of Chicken Big Chicken. And then she said, "I want to die." And then she said, "Perhaps you are a boy, but we don't want to jump to any hasty conclusions, so why don't we wait and see if you menstruated or not?" And then I asked her what that word meant. And she slapped me and washed my mouth out with soap. And then she apologized and hugged me and said she was a bad mother and washed her mouth out with soap. And then she tied me to the kitchen table and turned on the gas jets and said it would just be a little while longer for the both of us. Then my father came home and he turned off the gas jets and he untied me, and then he asked if dinner was ready. And she would lie down on the kitchen floor motionless without moving a muscle. And he said, I guess not. And he would crouch beside the refrigerator and would try reading a book. But I don't think he was really reading because he never turned any pages. And so after some time, because nothing seemed to be happening, I went to bed.
How did you feel about this?
Well, I knew something was wrong, but they meant well. And deep down somewhere I knew they must care for me. After all, she washed her mouth out too, and he untied me. And so I forgave them, because they meant well. I tried to understand them. I considered suicide.
That's the end of our first session. This is your second session. How old are you?
I'm 19 now.
Why have you waited 2 years between your first and second sessions? And you never called to cancel them. I've been waiting here for 2 years.
I'm sorry, I really should have called. I was just too depressed to get here. I'm in college now, and I wrote this paper on Gulliver's Travels for 1.5 years. I just can't seem to write it.
In problems of this sort, it's best to begin at the beginning, follow through to the middle, and continue on to the ending.
Ah, well, I've tried that. I can't seem to get past the first sentence. Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels is a biting, bitter work that. And I can't seem to get past the that.
I see you're wearing men's clothing today.
Yes. I threw all my dresses out. And I'm even thinking of changing my name from Daisy to Francis, or Hillary, or Mary.
Any other names?
Rocky.
Have you seen your parents lately?
I try not to. They call and cry and so on, but I hold the receiver away from my ear. And then I sit by the refrigerator for several days.
How are you doing in school?
I'm not even sure I'm registered. It's not just the Gulliver's Travels paper I owe. I owe a paper comparing a George Herbert poem to a Shakespeare sonnet, a paper on characterization in the Canterbury Tales, and an essay on the American character in Henry James's Daisy Miller. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer. I'm half crazy. I'm half crazy. I'm half sick of shadows, said the Lady of Shalott.
You sound like an English literature major.
Yes, I learned a certain love of literature from my parents. My mother was a writer. She wrote the Cliff Notes to Great Expectations and Moby Dick. And my father liked reading. He would often read when he was sat beside the refrigerator. I like reading. I had this eerie dream, though. Sometimes I'm a baby in my crib, and someone is reading to me from what I think is 50 Shades of Grey. And there's this big dog snarling at me, and suddenly this enormous truck or bus or something falls down and kills me. And then I wake up.
That's the end of our second session.
I'm too depressed to even be on the phone. It's like I can only function for 2 hours a day at maximum. I just have this enormous desire to feel absolutely nothing.
That's the end of our third session.
And when I do wake up, I sleep with people obsessively. I'm always checking people out on the street to see who I can sleep with.
Eventually you'll get a lot of venereal diseases.
I know, I already have. But during sex, there's these 10 or 20 seconds where I forget who I am and where I am. And that's why I'm so obsessive. But it's ridiculous to seek sex for hours and hours just for 10 or 20 seconds. It's so time-consuming. I mean, no wonder I never get that paper on Gulliver's Travels done.
Oh, you still haven't done that paper?
No. I've been in university for 5, 6 years now. I'm never going to graduate. At registration every year, people always laugh at me.
That's the end of our 53rd session. See you Tuesday.
And it's the inconsistency I hate them most for. I mean, 1 minute they're cooing and cuddling and trying to feed me Valium, and the next they're threatening to step on my back, or turning on the gas jets, or yelling at me. I mean, how dare they treat me like that? What's the matter with them? I didn't ask to be brought into the world. If they weren't ready to raise a child, they should have gotten a dog or a kitten. They're more independent. Or a guinea pig. But left me unborn.
That's the end of our 215th session.
You know, I passed this couple on the street as I was coming here, and they had a 4-year-old between them. And the parents were fighting, and you could just tell that they were insane. I wanted to snatch that child from them and
And what?
I don't know, hurl it in front of a car, I guess. It was too late to save it, but at least it would be dead.
That's the end of our 377th session.
Look, I know my parents aren't evil, and maybe my plan of hiring a hit person to kill them was going too far. They're not evil, just disturbed. And they mean well. But meaning well is not enough.
How's your Gulliver's Travels paper going?
I'm too depressed.
I'm afraid I'm going to be on vacation next week.
I'm thinking of changing my name.
I'll just be gone a week.
I wore a dress last week.
I won't be gone that long.
I slept with 30 people.
I hope you enjoyed it.
And I can't be responsible for what I might do next week.
Please, please, I need a vacation.
All right. Take your stupid vacation. I hope it rains.
You're trying to manipulate me.
Yes, but I mean well. Doctor, I've been in therapy with you for 10 years. I've been a university freshman for 6 years and a second year for 4. The bank loan I took to pay off this idiotic education is going to take a lifetime to repay. I just feel sort of, stuck.
Yes.
Oh, and I had a memory of something I'd forgotten that my parents did to me when I was still lying down in the laundry pile.
Yes.
You see, my mother promised me that I could have ice cream if I would just stand up for 10 minutes and not lie down in the laundry pile. And so I stood up for 10 minutes. But she had forgotten that she was defrosting the refrigerator and the ice cream was all melted. I mean, who forgets they were defrosting the refrigerator? She had a university education. But it was just so typical of her. I mean, doesn't it make you hate her?
How old are you?
27.
Don't you think it's about time you let go of all that?
What?
Don't you think you should move on with your life? Yes, your parents were impossible, but that's already happened. It's time to move on. Why don't you do your damn Gulliver's Travels paper? Why don't you decide on a name? My secretary has writers cramped from changing your records from Rocky to Butch, to the Dalai Lama, to Muhammad Ali, to Tutsi, to Kim Pak-Ju, to Elizabeth I, to Elizabeth II, to Stella Collins, to Conchita Anita Pierce. I mean, I know you've had a rough start, but pull yourself together. You're smart. You have resources. You can't blame them forever. Move on with it.
Fuck you!
I love this aroma. It almost makes me wish I had a cold. Delicious. Oh, there are pleasurable things in life. Daisy, dear, are you almost ready? We want to see how you look in your present.
I thought his name was Conchita.
John, we've been telling you all day. He called himself Conchita only for the month of March several years ago. He's been calling himself Amir Khan for the last several years. And now that he's turned 30 and as a gift to me, he's decided to go back to the name of Daisy. Daisy! We're waiting for you.
I wish someone would have told me how to change the banner.
The banner's a lovely gesture, John. We all appreciate it. No one gives a fuck what's on it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to swear. No one gives a shit what's on it. Daisy! Mommy and Daddy want to see you in your present. I could smell this all day.
Cocktail?
Daisy! Aww. Do you like it, dear?
Not certain.
Now, it's not a dress. I want to make that very clear. It's a Scottish kilt. Scottish men wear them in the Highlands, and all their hair is wonderful for your potency if you're wearing boxer shorts, rather than those awful jockey shorts that destroy your semen. Isn't that right, John?
I wasn't listening.
That's right. You weren't listening. None of us were. All our heads were elsewhere. Your father's become a Christian Scientist. We all are so pleased with it. Now when he cuts himself, we don't even put a plaster on him. We just watch him bleed.
Cut myself this morning. Shaving. Between the vodka and the Prozac and the Xanax, then the weight of the razor. Right over. And they're trying to get up, slice my foot. Mother wouldn't let me put a plaster on it. She thinks I've become a Christian Scientist.
That's right. That's what I do think. Conchita, dear. I'm sorry. I mean Daisy. Do you like your birthday present?
Did you give this to me because you thought I'd like it? Because you're insane? Or did you give it to me as a sort of nasty barb to remind me that you used to dress me as a girl for the first 15 years of my life?
I gave it to you because I thought you'd like it. Because I'm insane. I'm insane because I stayed in a bad marriage and didn't do what I was supposed to do with my life. But I'm not bitter. And now that your father's become a Christian Scientist, I'm going to become a Jehovah's Witness and go to the supermarket forcing people to take copies of the Watchtower. Perhaps the Watchtower will publish me. Certainly somebody has to someday.
Your mother's going through a religious phase. Cocktail? Huh?
Your father calls drinking from a bottle a cocktail. It's sort of adorable, really. No, dear. You have some. Oh, I am enjoying life so much today. And you've turned 30, and that means I'm getting nearer to death and I've wasted my youth. Oh, it cheers me up. Happy birthday, dear.
He hasn't opened up his other presents.
Yes, Daisy, we have other presents. Daisy, here's one. Daisy always loves surprises. Now, open the bigger box.
Happy, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Who is this?
I am the devil. Oh, just kidding. I'm your Auntie Nanny.
This is Nanny. Don't you remember Nanny?
I remember something. God knows what. Why did you sing Happy Birthday to the wrong melody?
Well, Nanny told us that you have to pay royalty to sing the real Happy Birthday melody. The selfish people who wrote the stupid melody don't have to lift a finger for the rest of their fucking lives, while I have to sweat and slave over the cliff notes to the Hobbit. And all because your father has never been able to earn a living. Or why don't you just keel over and die? I'm kidding. I'm fine.
Hello, baby. Hello. Ooh. Shut up! Coming back to you now, honey.
Slightly. I try not to remember too much. Doesn't get me anywhere. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
There are spies from Compass everywhere.
It's so nice to see one of my babies grown up. And what a pretty dress! The plaid matches your eyes.
It's not a dress, Nanny. It's a kilt.
Oh, well, whatever it is, it's very becoming.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Please,
birthday.
John, please! We can't afford the royalty!
Dad! Dad! Shut up! Oh, it's so nice to see all my babies grow up so strong and healthy. Oh, I am so happy. What does baby do for a living?
He goes to university. He was a freshman for 6 years, and he's been in second year slump for 7 years now.
13 years of university, baby must be very smart.
He's been having trouble writing his paper on Gulliver's Travels. How's that coming along, Rocky? I'm sorry, I mean Daisy.
I finished it. I thought I'd read it to you.
Oh, this will be a treat. John, are you still there? Daisy's going to read to us.
Oh, let me wear my glasses.
Gulliver's Travels is a biting, bitter work that depresses me greatly.
Oh, I like it so far.
By the end of the book, Gulliver has come to agree with the King of Brobdingnagi's assessment that mankind is the, quote, most pernicious race of little odious vermin that nature ever suffered to crawl upon the surface of the earth, unquote. At the end of the book, Gulliver rejects mankind and decides he prefers the company of horses to humans. We are meant to find Gulliver's disgust with humanity understandable, but also to see that he has by now gone mad. However, I find that I do not wish to write papers analyzing these things anymore, as I agree with Gulliver and find that most of the world, including teachers, are less worthwhile to speak to than horses. However, I don't like horses either. So I have decided that after 13 years of schooling, I am not meant to go to university, and so I am withdrawing. Fuck your degree, I am going to become a bus captain.
I think that's excellent. I think you'll get a very good grade. John, wasn't that good? And how interesting you're going to become a bus captain. You've always been drawn to buses.
I love buses too. I adore all public transportation. The danger of dealing the closeness to the people. Ooh, the smell, the dirt. I'm like bacteria. Wherever I am, I thrive.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. I should also tell you that I'm getting married.
Married? How fascinating. John, I feel you're not participating in this conversation.
How do you spell dipsomaniac, I wonder?
John, you're too young to write your memoirs. Besides, I'm the writer in the family.
I wasn't intending on getting married, but she's pregnant.
Pregnant. How lovely.
DIP?
John, participate in your life now. This isn't a spelling bee. This is a parent-child discussion.
She's the 1,756th person I've slept with, although only the 877th woman.
This conversation is just so interesting. I don't know what to do with it.
I don't think I love her. I don't use that word. But I do like her. And her getting pregnant seems sort of a sign that we should go ahead and get married. That, and I had gotten her phone number.
SOM.
K-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Nanny.
Well, I think it's marvelous. Congratulations, Daisy.
Well, your father and I will have lots of advice to give you. Don't give the baby vodka until it's about 3. We made a mistake with you.
I don't wish to hear your advice.
Well, we listened to your awful paper. You could at least give us the courtesy and listen to whatever garbage we have to say.
Oh, God. Here comes that owl again.
Your father's having problems again. John, dear, try spelling delirium tremens. That's a fun word.
That.
No, dear, that's way off. He's going to be spelling all night long. It's impossible to talk to when he's spelling. But Daisy, you're here. And we'll talk, won't we? Huh? I've made you a delicious dinner. I've ordered up Thai food.
I don't think I can stay for dinner.
But it's your birthday. I don't like Thai food. What should I do with it?
I hesitate to say.
Pardon?
Sorry. I feel that I should tell you that I've decided that I don't think I should speak to you and Father for several years and see if I become less angry.
Angry? Why are you angry?
Let me see if I can answer that. No, I don't think I can. So, thank you for the kilt, and I must be going.
Going?
Baby dear, let me give you some advice before you go. Get a lot of medical checkups. Aside from your promiscuity, your parents exposed you to lead, asbestos, red dye number 2 from this little red toy you had. Also avoid acid rain, dioxin contamination, and all capsules containing cyanide in them. Also avoid the nuclear radiation and 3rd-degree burns after the atomic explosions come. And finally, work on having a sense of humor. Medically, humor and laughter have been shown to help people cope with the physical stress of modern life that can otherwise be internalized and can lead to cancer, high blood pressure, and spastic colon. It was good to see you, Daisy. Best of luck for the future. And Helen, if you can mail me back to Mumbai at your earliest convenience, I'd much appreciate it.
What toy was she talking about?
Oh, who knows? Nanny's memory's probably starting to go. She must be about 103 or so by now. Resilient woman.
DEL.
Oh. Delirium. Better start, darling.
ERI.
Well, I must be going.
Stay a little longer.
Well,
that's about it. So, I think I should give you this kilt back. And, I don't think, I'll call you. And I'll call you in a few years when I feel less hostile.
That would be lovely. Thank you, Daisy.
Goodbye.
How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to happen on pretty child. What's that from, John?
D-E-L.
What's that from, John?
E-R-I-M-O-U-S-E. Yeah, but what's the Larry Mouse?
Probably no.
Oh, another kilt?
No, dear. Daisy gave it back. He said some very rude things and then he left.
Was he angry about the banner?
Yes, maybe that's it. Nonetheless, to err is human, to forgive divine. What's that from?
Reader's Digest book of famous quotations.
Oh, just useless! Nanny, what's that from? And also, how sharper than a serpent's tongue. Tooth! What's that from?
Babe, I have nothing more to say. Send me to the post office.
Send me to the post office. What an orderly life Nanny leads. How I envy that. They're low-flying little beasts, aren't they, John? John, I wonder if I'm too old to have another baby. We could try again. But perhaps you're not in the mood tonight. Or we can talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. John, what's that from? Nanny? One loses one's classics.
Hello, baby. Hello. It's such a cute baby. Isn't it amazing how immediately you unlock them?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say hello to the child, Arnold.
Hello.
Arnold, you're so stiff. Be more friendly to the child.
Hello. Now, we do know what gender it is, right?
Yes, remember we sent out an announcement that said, Arnold and Susan Schwarzenegger are proud to announce the birth of their son, Arnold Schwarzenegger Jr.
I remember. I was just making sure that you hadn't gone insane and were going to change its gender.
No, I'm not insane. How odd that you're called Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you have Austrian ancestors?
No, but truthfully, I took the name myself. I've always been a fan of the Terminator movies. You know, Get down! Get to the chopper! Now! Get. I've always had trouble with names.
Well, it's a nice name. Oh.
Oh my God! It's crying.
What should we do?
I don't know. I'm not certain. Maybe we should carry it.
Instinctively, that feels right. There. It's all right. It's all right.
That's amazing. How do you do that?
Here, you try.
It doesn't like me.
Well, bounce it a little. Huh. Now sing to it.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna give you a big black poodle.
Are those the words?
I don't know the words. And if that big black poodle should attack, Mama's gonna step on your lip. Mama's gonna teach you to bite it back. And when baby grows up big and strong, baby can help Mama rewrite this song.
That's very nice,
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna give you a big black poodle. And if that big black poodle should attack, Mama's gonna teach you to bite it back. And when baby grows up big and strong,